Innovative.
Innovative comedy.
I'm Cool Ass K. I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet, and today I'm here with the homies, and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Hey.
All right, that's right. That being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. Who I got in the building with me today?
What's good? It's Tony Grams here with Innovative Culture, Innovative Comedy. It's Wednesday. We back. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. And we got a guest today. Been here a few times. They back again. Let them know it's good.
Word up, it's your girl, Sadiqua Scarlett, yo, favorite comedian's favorite comedian. I'm in the building. You can follow me on Instagram at Sadiqua Scarlett. What up?
That's good. Like, what's good? We chilling.
Hey, oh no.
It's a hot ass day. It's been a hot ass week. A hot last 2 weeks. We got finally summer here. We doing it California summer shit.
So how you been staying cool, like with the hot weather?
Fans, humidifiers, ACs, fucking open doors, windows,
deep breaths.
Yeah, you gotta have a window open on this side, a window open.
You know,
back
it's
there
crazy, Tony,
through.
because I can remember back. I don't know. It was episode like 70 something or something like that. I think we had Mario on, and you were talking about the cold weather and how cold it was, and we was talking about how you dress for cold weather and all that. But bro, like now it's too hot. It's like we can't never be satisfied with the weather.
But I like the cold, gloomy, rain. I like that type shit. I don't like the summer. I'm not a summer person.
Nah.
You get all it's just the heat and the gnats and mosquitoes. You get all the bugs and shit. Flies, maggots, all kind of ants. Spiders, shit you ain't never seen. Just what the fuck? It's just everything.
So you've been discovering new
shit
pests,
just be
new insects.
Shit just be.
What have you seen?
Shit just be hatching. I don't even know. I can't it ain't classified. It's a cryptid. It's like I can't find it. It's a cryptid. It's like a potato bug or something.
Roly poly.
Yeah, them shit, man.
With wings.
Shit
yeah.
Well, fucking, I done seen some shit, but not even just this year, just during summers all the time, you see weird shit. And just the heat bring out weird shit, but how you been staying cool? Just under the AC?
Facts.
She said, "Oh, y'all got air conditioning there?" Oh,
man, I should have called ahead. I would have had somebody come and install it for the day.
Just be up here drilling.
Yeah, did you install it just for one day?
And just take it out.
Yeah, just leave with it.
Everywhere I go, if they ain't got it, you just
teeth.
put that everywhere we go. You just put that up. Just whatever, if they ain't got AC.
Bring your own air.
AC blowing.
I've been staying cool, staying up under the AC or whatever. I got fans too because AC could be expensive.
It definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody need to have it for free.
So they say you're supposed to just cut it on and leave it on. Is that true?
That's what I always thought. Like, just leave it on for a while, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it gotta warm up. And it's like it's not just gonna be cold right away.
Shit.
You gotta warm up the AC.
Like
how that sound?
Yeah, because they gotta get hot to get cold.
You know what I'm saying? The motor
ACs that get cold immediately.
Yeah,
as soon as you turn it on, it's blowing.
But they say it's cheaper when you cut it on and leave it on as opposed to cutting it on. And
I've heard that about lights and shit too. Yeah, just instead of walking in a room and turning the light out every time you leave, just leave it on because it's like I've heard that for lights. So it probably makes sense.
No, I was just checking in with y'all. Y'all had the insight.
Like we getting a little.
Man, how many kids have gotten yelled at for leaving the light on
or leaving the AC on?
Turn my.
Leaving the door open with the AC on.
Oh no!
Air conditioning
while being under a blanket in the room. You under the blanket in the room with the AC on, like it's hot as fuck outside. I see somebody once like that. I was like, the nigga was like, he was in the bed under a blanket, and it was like 2:00, and it's like 96 degrees outside, and he ain't got no air. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? That's some druggy shit to me. I think you kicking something.
Right.
You coming down.
His AC just didn't work.
Well, why would he be under the blanket, wrapped up, in the bed?
Maybe he's sick.
No.
Maybe he was trying to.
He wasn't sick before or after. I seen him.
Damn.
He was just
I don't
wrapped
know.
up.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the benefit of the doubt.
He was playing
you know?
devil's advocate for the nigga.
You know, maybe something wrong with him. You know.
That nigga was fucked up. But yeah, just staying cool. What else have you been doing? Some shows and getting how your show's been going?
Yeah, my show's been going pretty well. I've been performing all over Los Angeles,
Getting it in.
the Southern California area.
That's right.
Yeah, I see your flyers all the time. You definitely be busy.
That's what's up.
On the stage is just you like smiling like I'm here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at the Federal
Cool.
next week, August 2nd.
Get
Okay.
it.
If anybody out there want to, check me out, come check me out. 8 o'clock at 8 p.m.
Get to it.
No item minimum. No item.
Yeah.
Just come through and breathe.
Ain't no 3-drink minimum, no waters, no
You
juices.
can come drink some water and be all right. You know what I'm saying? But you can come and just breathe and laugh and be all right, too.
Wait, can I get a cranberry?
Word.
The cranberry is no longer complimentary.
You might have to pay for that.
Yeah, like
You gonna have to pay for that.
it's at least $4. The cranberry is about $4 at the club.
Might
Just
be
the
more.
cranberry. Yeah, you'll be
Word.
lucky. Happy hour cranberries. And that's still out of the gun. That ain't even fresh cranberry. You getting, what is
With
that?
the concentrate.
Yeah, you getting
You got
concentrated.
The ocean spray.
It ain't even ocean spray. That's just random cranberry sauce or whatever.
Sauce.
Juice?
They just running it. It's sauce that they just run with water. And then they just run it out to get on. I was just like,
It's
yeah,
like that Thanksgiving cranberry sauce.
I fuck
And
with
in
that
the
though.
can, the slices.
I like that's my
You
favorite
like-
one.
yeah.
I like that better than probably. I don't know. Let's say I don't like the whole cranberry one, but the gelled and just sliced. That shit is fire with just the turkey and the. Man, you gotta like eat it with the meat and then the pause with the meat and the stuffing.
And the stuffing. You do. You gotta
That
eat.
shit is like it's just perfect.
It's a little tart.
Yeah, it go
Okay.
perfect. I'm surprised anybody opened like a business just like making little sandwiches with just turkey, slice of cranberry, and like some hipster shit.
They be having that. At
It'd
some
be like
places.
$16 for like sandwich the size of like the size of this. And it's just like a slice of cranberry on a piece of turkey. It is like just sitting there. No, yeah, but that's cool. It's cool. Seeing your shows, and I just saw you did one. I forgot who was with. I seen the flyer. I don't know if it was the last show you did.
I did something out in Long Beach on Sunday, but prior to that, I was at the store, the Comedy Store.
It might have been that.
in the
but that's
original
dope.
room. That was a big deal for
That's
me.
super
Yeah,
dope.
that's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
it ain't
you.
like it ain't the belly room. No. I don't
Ain't
know,
nothing wrong with the belly
And I ain't
room.
nothing
I
wrong
can't
with
wait.
it.
I can't wait to
Shout
get
out Nichelle.
Facts. I
Shout
can't wait
out
to get on
Crack
the
'em Up.
stage up there.
But it's
have
like
my opportunity.
that's an honor here, like to be like, nigga, I got the original,
Facts.
and like that's dope.
Check me out. Y'all, yeah. That's
For
what's
sure.
up.
Popping, Max popping.
I'm gonna be back there at the Comedy Store September 8th.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah.
anybody want to come through, just let me know. Hit me up at Sadiqua Scarlett on Instagram. Let's talk about it. But what's been going on, fellas? I missed you guys.
Oh, we just, we doing this. We here. Innovative comedy. We had our 100th episode. We did
Okay.
that. And that was a real dope monument for us.
That-
Now we back at it. We
Headed towards 2.
yeah, definitely. So we're gonna do it all over again, and we for sure want to have you back.
I appreciate it. I appreciate from day one just coming through and messing with y'all. Some of my funniest lines have been said on this show.
Yeah. Dick holes.
People be hitting me up all the time when I repost my little clips from this show, and I love what you had did with dude on your show, Show Enough.
Oh.
You guys, whoever did the editing on that was super funny. So I hope we can capture some more of that today. All right, I'm down with y'all. I'm rolling with y'all.
Hey, it's always like alumni.
Facts.
Like people that is coming back and be like, you
Facts.
part of the show. So,
Alumni Association,
yeah.
Innovative Comedy Alumni Association,
we-
president. Okay, cash at me if you would like
Hey,
to.
drop that.
Yeah,
I see you got your Fosters over there.
you gotta relax.
Oh.
You got-
That was my first.
You gotta relax.
The Foster's water. It's one of the best ones.
You know, it's the Fosters, but people should mind their business because that was none of nobody's business.
I think
Foster
about like Foster's Freeze, like the ice cream.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. You know, that's like I think it's like another version of Dairy Queen.
Low key, but they're more on a smaller scale.
Because I think they were just more out here. Okay. I don't know if they were everywhere else, but I would always see them in like Venice, Santa Monica, Culver City. It's like Foster Freeze, and it's like chicken. They have same shit. It was like chicken strips and burgers.
And they had big ass barrels of beer that they sold.
No, it was more like ice cream and sundaes.
It was just because it was Foster's. That's what it reminds you.
Oh, okay.
Foster's was like the first beer I ever drunk.
I was just trying to change the subject, you know.
Oh,
just
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I knew where we was going.
Yeah, because you heard me like
word,
because he probably wouldn't pay me no attention when I was like.
I caught it the first time, you know. I be paying attention to shit.
Facts. I appreciate it.
I be paying attention. Hey, that's the nigga that's like in the classroom, he talking to the teacher. I was paying attention when you gave the directions,
Facts, teacher.
You said page 64?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
Chapter 2?
Oh, no.
Yes, I'll be the first one to turn it in tomorrow. No. No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, but just the topics and shit. Just random, so let's see. Well, we seen Jamie Foxx finally made an appearance. He popped back up.
Word.
Looked normal.
Did he? Did he look normal, y'all?
Did he? I mean...
Did he?
He looked a little slim.
Maybe he just looked like he's recovering.
He didn't have Hollywood makeup
for a while.
For like a month.
Now,
and a half.
Now look at ourselves, right? When we get sick, do we feel like we look different when we look in the mirror? Like, damn, I don't look like myself. I don't feel like myself.
Facts.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's
complexion
that might be what's
like
going
on.
But you
had
had people talking about he was.
It was like, give us this skin back, Jamie.
And it's like, why would y'all come out and say some shit like this? Like, oh, they didn't get the recipe right. Like that type of shit.
And then the movie. Okay.
But then to come out with a movie like name that.
That's
what's happening. No, I don't think that, but I do.
Some Illuminati shit.
Whatever happened to him, his complexion did change.
Yeah, he did seem a lot lighter.
But you know what? It could be.
He wasn't getting no sun.
Facts.
That's true too.
In the bed.
And I have seen like when you're in the hospital and you are sick and you losing certain vital fluids.
And vitamins,
shit, and all kind of shit, all that.
Yeah,
you do kind of like pale out. Like I have seen people,
and that's what he looks more. He does look more pale than really a different color.
Like it ain't like he don't look bleached because he's like he is one. He just looks a lighter tone.
All it is look. I got enough strength to come outside today
and pop up.
So now I come outside and I talk to everybody and because he's still the same person.
Yeah, he's
still
Jamie,
cracking jokes.
I'm so glad to see him back. He's one of my favorite.
Definitely.
You know what
I think I might need security. It's like one of the best like comedy specials, just period. The last 30 years, you could say. That's up there. I'll say top like 15, top 10.
In that special, yeah.
Like that'd be top 15 if you're gonna make like a top 20 list. That would be like I say top 10 at least. And because that's what we were talking about comedy specials earlier, and I was looking at that's what I was saying. One of the last. It wasn't a new one. But one of the last specials I watched just randomly on YouTube was Paul Mooney's special.
Yeah. And
I forgot the name of it, but it was crazy because I believe he was at like some little spot like in L.A. Looked like Echoes or something like it kind of gave me like it made me feel a certain way like when we just as comics or people that on our level or just any level and when we do shows and it's like you see maybe, it's 10, 15, 30, you don't get maybe the turnout you want.
Right.
But people, maybe you might get 8 people. And I looked at this show, and it's Paul Mooney, and he has like a little setup, like they look like they're in some like regular little storefront somewhere. The camera is not that bad, but it ain't that great. And he's there, and it looks like he's probably performing for no more than like, from what you could see, it looks like maybe 10 people. Yeah. But he's like killing it, and it's like funny. I think somebody gets up and walks out at one point, and he's like, "Look, they're running. Mm-hmm. They're running. The white people are running." Like he did his little. He was like, "They always send one just to watch me." That was like one of my favorite things about him. He could do crowd work, but it's just immediate. Like, damn, did you have that written? And just waited to drop that. But that was the last special I watched, and it was from. I want to say it was from 2001. So it wasn't even like it was old, but it wasn't some super 1980.
Oh yeah.
19.
Right,
it was
right.
like it was current enough to, not current, but he's talking about shit in the modern.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And it was pretty damn funny. Like, just that was the last one I watched. What was one of the last ones you watched?
That's amazing. The last one I watched was Kevin Hart, but I watched Kevin Hart special, but I also watched dang, her name slipped my Wanda Sykes.
Oh, she has a new
Wanda
one?
Sykes. Wanda Sykes is funny to me.
She's super funny.
She's super funny, and I thought she wasn't gonna be. This is like my third Wanda Sykes. I've become a fan of hers because I used to be like, nah, she ain't funny to me. I never really sat down and listened to her. I would just automatically say she ain't funny to me.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of the commercial stuff she was doing, some of that stuff was probably watered down just because
And
it
that's
was
probably-
commercial.
right.
But when it comes to the stand-up,
When it come to her set,
yeah.
her hour special, she kills every time. She one of my.
And she was a really good
become one
writer.
of my favorite comedians.
She's a really good
tell.
writer. She wrote like a lot
I
of.
could
That's
tell.
what she was part of that whole Chris Rock.
Right.
Like a lot of the credit,
crew.
she was on the Chris Rock show. She was in all the Chris Rock movies. She would have like a character, Pootie Tang.
Right.
She was Biggie Shorty. That was her name.
Biggie
in Pootie Tang.
Shorty, yeah,
Biggie
yeah.
Shorty and Pootie Tang. Can't a girl just stand on the corner and listen to her music? But and I remember, I didn't meet her, but I've seen her once in public,
Oh,
and
wow.
like in Ralph's. Ralph's on
Which Ralph's?
On La Brea. There's
All right,
one on La Brea
everybody,
and
head
3rd.
to La Brea.
But at like 1 in the morning, like 1:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And I was just like, she was just, and I'm like, nigga, that's Wanda Sykes. And she was just strolling. And I wanted to say, but I'm like, obviously she here at 1 in the morning shopping for a reason. So I don't want to be that one nigga to be like, damn, nigga, I can't even come here at 1 in the morning and shop.
I'm trying to come where there ain't nobody in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
like this
And
is
here
like,
you come.
Here it's 1:42. And I love the Chris Rock show. What up, Biggie Shorty? You niggas just be on there. But
1 in the morning is still kind of early to me. I mean,
yeah, it ain't because of that.
if you really don't want us to see you, push it to 3.
Yeah. Push it, go to a 24-hour Walmart.
Find a 24-hour Wanda.
Yeah, go up in there and get your shit in.
I'm just kidding.
But
But yeah, and I was, like I said, I watched that Kevin Hart special, and so and yeah.
It was good. What were your thoughts on that? It was out of 5 stars. How many stars does Sadiqua Scarlett give it?
I really love and appreciate Kevin Hart for all he's done and all he
His
continues
input
to do.
into the comedy game.
Facts.
Into
And
the
just in-
comedy
just
game
in
as a
general,
whole. Yeah.
Just in general, a funny dude.
Yeah.
But nah, son. Probably
Wasn't cracking.
one star in this bitch.
1 star. 1 star.
Rotten Tomatoes says 2%. No, I don't even know. I'm just saying.
Damn, I was about to ask you, is that for
Look,
real? Like,
if
we
you
gotta
could just
fact
say
check
something
that?
serious like that, people really be like, "Really?" You be like, "No, I just said it serious." And Rotten Tomatoes gives it. Or if I'd have said Siskel and Ebert say riveting.
Riveting.
Like motherfuckers go see when you hear critics say this is what it's like when worlds
I
collide.
mean, but I'm not no critic. I'm just.
But that's your input. That's your
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
That don't affect his bottom
what
line.
bottom
Do
line.
we have anybody like that
Whatsoever.
now? Like a Siskel and Ebert? Like for now?
No, I mean YouTubers.
Any famous ones?
YouTubers,
Because I
niggas just
remember
talking shit on YouTube.
It was
getting
like
paid
Ebert
to
and
talk
Roper.
shit. Yeah, after Siskel died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I mean, you just got niggas on YouTube that get paid an extreme amount of money just to say, just to act stupid while they saying some normal shit.
Yeah.
They might jump
Those
around.
dudes ain't act stupid though. They were so serious about
Exactly,
their
yeah.
conversation about a
Yeah.
movie. You would tune in like, yo, okay.
And some
facts.
people would really make their decisions to go watch
Based
that
off
movie.
their-
or not.
right.
Niggas gave
commentary.
Meteor Man 2 thumbs down. Nigga, I was like, fuck out of here. I went to see that shit 3 times. But they were just, I felt like that was a different time. So that was a profession. The thing, you look in the newspaper, and if somebody gave a restaurant a bad critique,
Nah, yeah.
a comedian
That
gets
was
a bad critique.
star-studded cast.
Yeah.
Meteor Man was a star-studded cast.
Luther
That-
Vandross.
Luther Vandross
Is that,
was in that
Luther
movie.
that
Vandross
Robert
is in it.
Townsend?
Yeah,
Robert
one of the
Townsend.
greatest fucking comedy. Shout out Robert fucking Townsend.
Greatest comedic movie makers,
greatest.
period.
Like, that dude is like, and I don't even want to say he's underrated. I just because he do his thing, he's still doing his thing.
Sure.
Come on, Hollywood
And-
Shuffle.
Yeah, like I
He
watched.
gave us
I
Hollywood-
watched
gave us
like
the 5 heartbeats.
I think I watched like half of Hollywood Shuffle like sometime yesterday.
Five Heartbeats is one of my old-time favorite movies, period.
At least top 15 again.
You gotta come from a certain
The
era, though.
Parenthood, come on, man.
Wendell.
yeah.
all that shit. But Robert Townsend was like
he ain't he is.
Exactly. Growing up, you had, and people don't even look at that. Going back to Paul Mooney, when they always post that the Black Pack picture, and it was Robert Townsend, Paul Mooney, Arsenio. Well, was Arsenio? Wasn't it? Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And it was it one
Keenan.
more? And Keenan Ivory Wayans. It was 5. Yeah, it wasn't 4.
That's a fire pack.
That's a man. Like, bro, Paul Mooney and anybody, Robert Townsend and anybody, Eddie Murphy and anybody, Keenan Ivory Wayans. You see what I'm saying? It's like you could put one of those dudes with anyone, and they gonna. I feel he's a good role. He's a Scottie Pippen. He's a good Scottie Pippen.
True that.
He's like Scottie. Like he's a great. You write it for him, or not even the joke saying that, but the script and he's gonna kill it. He's gonna execute it greatly. That's Arsenio, I feel, because I can't really remember any real Arsenio stand-ups, but just Arsenio moments.
Oh, absolutely,
You know
because he had the whole Arsenio whole show. But I can remember him in Coming to America.
Exactly.
Because they play so many.
But it was so many. I'm into the group thing. Oh no, I want to tear you apart. And your friend too.
And your friend too.
That shit is hilarious. That's the preacher.
That's what I was thinking about.
Like all those. It's just so many. One of the old barbers.
He was in the barbershop.
He was
in the
barbershop.
Being able to play multiple
nobody ever gave me shit.
In a movie like that, it's like that
ridiculous.
Shows. Yeah, because you gotta be all these different people.
Man,
makeup,
that shows range,
vocal, like you sound different.
Everything.
Well, yeah,
and you're consistently funny across the board.
Yeah, it ain't like, okay, this is the same character, or you just doing the same voice.
So, like today, who would be your top comedic influences?
Today,
like, and it don't have to be the same every day. Do it, but today.
Like if I watch anything, like newer people, it's not even saying anyone's
So who's
bad.
your top 2 comedic influences? Top 2 or 3, something like that.
Well, I always say like Patrice O'Neal.
Okay.
And
me too.
I would say, I don't want to say like Cat Williams or Mike Epps, but those were. But Dave Chappelle, just like I felt like that's just like technically
they all in the same.
It's like if technically everybody gonna be like Dave Chappelle, like the greatest. So I feel like currently though, just to see anyone stand up, and I don't really know. Like,
wow,
that's a good question, because even back in the day, even I'll say 10 years ago, you had Kevin Hart was still doing his specials,
right.
And they might have seemed a little bit more funnier than the ones more recently,
right.
But I would think always like Mike Epps had funny specials. Cat Williams had fucking hilarious specials. Jamie Foxx had a funny special, even though that was 99 to 99.
And let's not forget that top album, Unpredictable. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
One of my top albums.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like just to be like a threat, like of all
what?
An actor, singer, comedian. You could do stand up, a host.
Wanda.
This nigga got like a commercial for the BJ's Pizza
He was
place.
Wanda, wasn't he Wanda?
Yeah. But I'm Rhett to go. Nigga started the whole.
Jamie Foxx,
yeah. So it's like just the vibe of like what he's contributed. He's definitely up there, but I felt like just comedy specials.
Imagine how much they had to keep their composure, like filming those scenes, like Tommy Davidson, and
all that. Right.
It's like, bruh.
Hell yeah! I just watched the clip on what is that Mojo? Watch Mojo. And they were talking about the top 20 moments of SNL when people broke characters.
Right.
That shit is hilarious. And it's just like it's like just and it goes from like now to like the 70s. Back when Steve Martin, when shit was on there, Billy Crystal making Hulk Hogan and Mr. T break character and laugh. Like that shit, it was some funny shit on there. So it was a lot of shows, and it was a lot of cool shit like back then, and you see those comedy shows where the guys are putting their all in, and everybody's trying to turn around not to laugh, Mm-hmm. Like Martin with Almond Brown and shit. That's like one of my favorite Martins with Almond Brown when in DMV. And when he say it, you see Martin like just turn around, but he's like, "Hey, Almond Brown," and then nigga Martin look at him. And then you clearly hear his Tommy laughing his ass off camera, and you see just Martin just turn. He just turn away and look at the wall. And And you see him kind of, then even the dude who's playing, he got to look away too. And then he look back, you hear me, Almond? That just made the scenes even better, like with Cole and Tommy trying not to laugh, and Martin going probably off script doing some shit that wouldn't, and it was just, and you can see them like with Dragonfly Jones scene. And when he was doing a self-defense at Gina's house, and you see like Cole like literally had to put the pillow over his face at a point. Cause he's like
had a
rolling.
lot of, and Martin, they had they have a lot of moments where they laugh.
They got whole blooper reels like of full seasons where they.
Those are even better. Sometimes I like watching those like a damn show. Watching the whole blooper, like a 30-minute blooper with just that shit. It's like you just see the whole everything. The behind the scenes.
Yeah. How much fun everybody was having.
You can see who's
and then when people got upset.
You can see who's being an asshole. Like everybody else laughing their ass off on the staff, the crew, the actors. And you see that one.
My wife and kids got a lot of bloopers too.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that show.
Wayans.
I like that show. Damon Wayans.
We was talking about Keenan, but Damon Wayans, he
influential. Yeah,
trailblazer. I feel like
that whole Wayans camp for the most part.
Keenan like built their. I feel Keenan built the empire.
I just feel like Keenan was the big brother that did the big brother shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, big brother shit.
That's for one. That's definitely that. But he built the empire, and Damon was like the first knight to kind of go ride out, and he killed it. And then he bought Marlon with him, and with Mo Money, and then Marlon became that nigga Mo Money above the rim. Dwayne, Marlon kind of.
Marlon and Sean. Marlon Sean in.
Even though Sean was kind of known before Marlon.
Yeah.
But Marlon kind of made his, put his bones, made his shit, and being that sidekick, but kind of still in the moments every time he got on camera. Even he was over the top, but not being extra over the top. He was like the perfect amount of over the top. He was Boogaloo, and he was like, Boogaloo Baby out there putting the powder on his hands. That's classic. You could put Marlon in any situation, and it is that hood nigga in the hood, and that was Above the Rim is like a super hood ass movie. It was some New York hood shit, but it was like he still was. He fit in. It's a nigga like that in every hood. He cool as fuck, and then it's always gonna be somebody to try to punk him or take advantage of him or use him, and he's still a crazy nigga that's gonna do some crazy shit like he did at the end of the movie. But no, I'm like, if you ain't fuck spoiler alerts, if you ain't watched Above the Rim and don't know the end, nigga, fuck you. Like that's the real shit. Be like spoiler alerts Above the Rim, Birdie. But yeah, Marlon, I feel like Damon did usher kind of that whole. Keenan did it, but Damon kind of brought it in like what we do.
Kicking the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was just one by one.
It's like I'm a kick in the door, and when I kick in the door, y'all all come through, all right?
I'm gonna just run in and knock everything down.
Word.
That was Damon. Damon ran Keenan kicked the door.
Yeah,
Damon ran in, knocked all the shit down, and then the rest of them just did their
I'm
thing.
saying, look at Damon's just movie catalog.
Facts.
The movie catalog is crazy.
Even with the Last Boy Scout, even if it wasn't like what they wanted it to be, but it was like because they tried to
Pain, bro.
Major Pain, exactly. It's been 2 weeks since I killed a man.
That gold tooth is infamous.
I forgot he did have a gold tooth. He said, "Pop your titty out the boy's mouth." She said, "What?"
And let him grow up.
Oh shit. He said, "I want to see a little trick."
We went to the party dancing like to the
pop
2 Live
locking
Crew.
and shit. And that nigga when he unloaded the gun into the closet,
shit.
That's what traumatized
If he's still
Orlando.
In there, he ain't happy.
That's what traumatized Orlando to this day.
To this day.
To this day. That's why Orlando acted how he acted. At parties. You ever see that clip where he at the party and the nigga holding him?
Yeah.
And he just looked like...
Man, that's crazy. That's his first movie.
Was that his first?
That was his first movie.
I felt like I seen him in something before that.
That was his first movie. Then he did Family Matters after that.
You sure he wasn't in no TV show at least?
He did Family Matters after that. He was a little bit older because he was 3J. They called him.
Yeah, 3J.
Like the last season of Family Matters. They adopted him or something like that.
I wasn't in the Family Matters like that. I mean, I was, but I
No, it wasn't the last season.
I don't remember the details.
Or the season before. It was one of the last 2 seasons.
It was still in I feel like that was still in the 90s.
I mean, but
that was still in the 90s.
That was when it
That was the last season because that's when it went to CBS. It moves. That shit left ABC.
I'm talking about when they did like the whole Disney World
y'all know
shit.
the TV guide and everything.
Well,
I'm trying to keep up.
I watched a lot of TV.
I'm like, y'all know the movies too. I'm like,
an only
damn.
child.
I don't know all the characters. I know the main one.
I be wanting to go on a game show or something like that sometime with some trivia shit.
Man, I know I can kill it.
Y'all?
I already know, like, you got to know the apartment I Love Lucy stayed in. Like, that's like certain shit like that is just like what was the apartment Martin stayed in?
Or Shanae. What was Shanae's apartment?
I think was it 229? It might have been 229.
I don't have a clue.
I think it's like 229.
This dude talking about
and they had to
Shanae's
show
apartment,
that episode where Kid was in there with her, huh?
Right. But they always
show it every episode she's on.
I was about to say they always they always was outside her door.
That shit. Just that moment, I feel like this. I don't know. Maybe it was as a part of getting older, you feel like, oh, they don't have this, and maybe they do have their moments in this era like that.
Right.
But I felt like that whole getting home on a Thursday, you watching TV, do your homework, and then
so important
once fucking 8 o'clock. Martin come on, Living Single come on, and then
before
New York
that on a
Undercover.
Thursday was the Cosby Show. They
That's
come
true
on
too.
Thursdays.
That's true too.
And that's even a little older.
Yeah. But I feel like Fox perfected the whole Thursday as for black.
I mean, it
for
gave
black
us
TV.
a different layer. Like it gave us more of the hood, like more us.
It was,
I don't know.
But
I feel
it gave us but UPN gave us
Fox
the working.
Did too, though.
I feel UPN gave us the working hood.
Because when Fox we had in Living Color.
We had
Rock.
Saturday Night Live.
Remember Rock used to come on?
Yeah, remember Rock standing up there with
Eleanor.
But then they also had Married with Children.
Right, which was some
poor
white trash shit.
But
which was created by a black person.
ABC still
clearly.
had, while they had Family Matters,
they in Chicago.
They still had, what was it, Step by Step, Full House.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Fox was kind of like, took it down a notch.
With Moesha. And
that really was like how we was living.
Yeah,
that really.
And that's what I said.
Really
I felt like UPN
was growing up.
I felt UPN did more of the normal
how about
the
Parkers?
WB was
the
supposed
Parkers
to be
would never get
the
old.
WB.
I didn't like
Singing Frog.
You didn't like the Parkers?
She was doing too much
the
like
Singing Frog.
Yeah, WB.
The Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
they had that whole block.
A little bit more.
But I look at the quality. Now, I look at the quality of Fox. I look at the quality of Fox on Thursdays.
Professor Ogilvy.
You had Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover. Now Martin is
New
Martin.
York Undercover.
He was a DJ.
That was like Power.
That shit real shit though.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. The quality that Fox those shows.
That shit should have came
Living
on
Single.
HBO or
Living Single is a
something.
classic, and I feel Living Single never gets the credit because it's black. But one, it's women, let alone black women.
What?
But that shit's better than Friends. To me, like I'd watch Living Single over a lot of shows. Shit was funny.
Facts.
It never got corny. It never got weird. It never was like on some other. It was just a good ass show that was on some. But they were all working class.
Right.
Like one owning their own businesses, stockbroker, lawyer, fashionista, secretary, handyman. And
right.
like it was just
and
some normal
uppity Negro too.
Yeah,
You know, what was it, Art?
No, Kyle.
Yeah,
he was a
he?
stockbroker.
Oh, stockbroker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were just. It was putting black people in a light to where they weren't acting extra. They were still acting themselves.
Like the handyman.
He was a super. He was a super of the building.
Super, yeah.
But he was like.
I grew up when we used to call that man the super.
The super. Everybody back in the day we had the super with Joe Pesci.
That's why people forget
movie.
about Living Single though, because it's always other shows. That have like certain things that relate to that show.
They stole, but they literally stole
like the PJs. I think about that's super.
Yeah.
But they said like Friends literally stole. That's how they created Friends from Living Single.
It's not.
Like David Swimmer like apologized.
But it's not the first or the last thing that
they gonna
copy.
take. Yeah.
It's just that we just some trailblazers. We just creative like that.
Mm-hmm. They watch and they like it. They like it. They just they say they like what you create. They just don't like you. But I just seeing
before that
was,
sitcoms was like Aaron Spelling. You know, he was putting shit
Dick
out.
Wolf.
Dynasty and Knots Landing and
Dick Wolf, Aaron Spelling.
Yeah. Some crime show or some.
Those were the people that were really
dramatic
controlling the
soap opera,
the broadcast of what was going out.
Ted Turner.
Nighttime soap opera.
Because he had TNT, TBS, CNN, everything.
But
in the movie. Remember that shit?
Yeah. I heard that. But I just felt like those moments of just getting home, watching the show, like enjoying the shit, talking about it the next day at school, Like, yeah, nigga, did you see? Oh man, it was
especially when it was something to come out every week.
yeah.
When
It
you
was like
waiting on it
oh,
to come
just
out.
some, and New York at the cover to me was always dope just because the way it started. It always have a dope ass like whatever was a hot song.
Yeah.
If it was if it was EPMD,
Yeah,
if
the
it was
song,
Cube,
yeah,
if it was
They was
Method
gonna have a
Man.
performance in there.
Yeah.
And then and they
Yeah.
have a performance at the
Yep.
end when they go kick it when after they finish their case,
Yep.
close their case, they go and have a
That
shot.
was.
They had a little mixed drinks. They be in there
So
with the chief.
what you like now? What TV shows is popping now?
Power.
Yeah,
Power.
I mean I don't
Power.
know BMF. I watch
Alright.
like I'll say because I don't really watch. I never watched the whole season of Power.
I watched.
I'm like 3 seasons.
I'm
I randomly just watched
dedicated
one of the
to that
last
show.
You
seasons.
dedicated
the
to
last
Power?
yeah, the whole Power universe,
whole
all
Power
the
universe?
spinoffs, everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this-
Me and my girl watch like we watching Titans, like Teen Titans.
I
and
watched
shit.
Your Honor. That's a very
That's a
good
fire.
Your
Yeah, we
Honor,
interviewed
Your Honor was
one
good.
of the actors from there.
They got a season 2, I heard.
Yeah, season 2. They had, it's only 2 seasons, but it was dope.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah.
Okay, because I
So you
only
can watch the whole.
Or
shit.
is
yeah,
it?
I only watched some.
Or
of,
is it?
Or
season
is
one.
it?
We had
Or
one
is
of
it
the
over?
actors. He was dope. He came, did his shit. He was
Word,
here. He said we
word.
interviewed him on it last
That's
week.
what's up.
So it's a lot of. I felt like just shows. I just finished watching the Mayans. Like
Okay,
pretty
I
much
know
like a
what you're talking
spinoff
about.
of the Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. It was a cold ending, but you kind of expected how it was going to end like that. But it was kind of like wow, like that shit was
I
crazy.
mean, Snowfall was a great series.
Snowfall was
good.
dope.
Snowfall
Snowfall was
good.
fire. Fucking shit. Even I mean, it's not new, but like Narcos. Narcos is dope
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Narcos,
About
yeah.
Escobar
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
I know
That
what
shit
you're
was
talking about.
fire. That shit was dope. There's a lot of just fire, like cool ass shows.
Did y'all watch Bel Air? I like Bel Air.
I haven't watched.
I watched the first season, but I
It's
haven't
good.
watched the second season.
I was
yet.
shocked because I had avoided it
Me too.
because I was
I'm
like,
still avoiding.
first of all, Bel Air is the prince.
Exactly. Like, come on.
Fresh
It's
Prince.
a whole
Big
different
Willie.
story,
Man, it's a whole different.
It's like a variant
It's a dramedy
universe.
It's
It's
more of a.
just- it's
It's
just
more
the-
of a drama.
It's
though.
a
These people
different
just
use-
have the same names.
It's
That's
a
all I
different
really-
universe.
And it
pretty
has
much.
the same premise, like you move from Philly to blah blah blah.
But they actually show it going
But-
down in Philly, don't they?
Just
like-
one episode.
yeah, like
one
some
of-
shit that
the
happened and
beginning
made
of
him
half
get on.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but nah, it turned out
They
to
had
be
his homeboy Trey come. Remember when Don Cheadle came? They reenacted
yeah.
that. That was dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
That's kind of dope.
But it turned out to be it's a dope show. I like
I'll
it.
probably give it a chance.
I really like it.
That's how I always do. I wait years to watch some certain
No,
shows.
but it'll be a great find whenever you decide to watch it. I'm
Like
not saying
Breaking
go
Bad.
run to it, but whenever, yeah, it'll be dope
Yeah, we
because it's
just
dope.
talking about good shows right now.
Right? Yeah, I like that show Swagger. I'm watching
Swagger.
that.
Okay, I haven't seen
I
that
like
yet.
that's a good show.
They need a lighter in the back.
Word.
I see hand signals going.
Yeah,
up.
it's like a little air traffic control and shit back there. Yeah, but just there's some good shows. And just speaking of, so I've been watching a lot of like deep dives. Just shit when I don't watch, and that's the thing when I'm not watching just actual movies,
Sure.
shows, series, seasons or something. I'm just on YouTube.
Word. It's a different
research.
era. Yeah.
It's like entertainment research.
Sure.
Oh shit, I didn't know this.
Education
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, low key.
I get it.
Like damn, that's what happened with these niggas. Oh, that's why they never had another song. And they was
Right.
dropping like I told you about the Soul for Real shit. Like I watched a deep dive on Soul for Real
Mm-hmm.
and how the shit between them and Heavy D. Even though he was like their management, and he kind of didn't like them niggas and kind of like. He didn't really promote him or want to push him, but they kept dropping hits. And the company was like, push these niggas. But he still kind of would just be like, all right, I'll drop a verse and put the song out with no promotion, but it would still hit.
Wow.
So they go into detail of like interviews where they kind of be saying it. And then it was a lot, I watch a lot of those shits where it's just shit you never knew. Even though you lived through that era, we didn't have this social
Right,
media
right.
shit
You ain't know.
to find these behind. Like people always say, like you had to wait 3-4 days before you knew a motherfucker was dead. You know what I mean? Like a famous person died, you wouldn't know.
I mean,
Watch
look
it
how
on the
long
news.
look how long it
You wouldn't-
it took how long to get to the slaves.
Yeah, I mean real shit. Exactly. But real shit though, people would die
Ain't
like
funny,
on a
but you know what
Thursday
I'm
and you
talking
wouldn't know on the news. And this is I'm talking about for me, I'd say like 89, 90.
That's why they had
That's just-
obituaries.
They had to overhear some shit.
You would hear it
That's
on
why they
the
had
news.
obituaries, so you
Yeah,
could read the paper.
Exactly. You
And
do shit
people
like
would
that.
actually read the paper to make
Just
sure
to
none
see
of them
who
people.
exactly was they people.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but you wouldn't if a motherfucker died Wednesday
Now
or
that they
Thursday.
blasting people face
Sunday
all
night
up on
news.
the
Sunday night you would find out like what he
Oh.
died. Like
Nah, as soon as it happened, they'd be like, "Oh, such and such is dying." Up, it
And
happened.
then when you find out, you
TMZ
really
know
find
before your
out.
family do.
No, but
That's fucked up.
once
Some
they
cases.
post it, everybody gonna post it. Every media broadcast,
but
whatever.
your mom ain't got Instagram.
Could you imagine
your
that?
mom and your dad ain't got Instagram, and everybody else is on the block now.
Well, but what if they do? And they got to go on there and look and see.
Oh, my God.
Before, you know
32,000 likes.
I don't like it. I don't
your
repost
picture, like,
people
you gotta be
pass on like
hey,
that.
bro, can you take that down? Like, hey, yeah, because them my peoples. Like,
Facts.
We don't take anything down here.
Nah, once it's on, it's on. It's a wrap.
I just think that is foul. Like when TMZ, they took a lot of heat for doing that. I forgot who was the last person that passed. And they reported it, and no one, like his friends, the family, his wife.
But all that go back. TMZ to me is like the Star magazine, the Inquirer.
Bad Boy Lives.
Yeah. It's like that. Those
I think
were
that was
the magazines we used to see at the end of the checkout at the grocery store when you're getting ready to pay.
Shoot, I come from the area where it used to be in the bathroom at my house.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have a rack in the bathroom.
You had a rack in the bathroom, and
a magazine rack in the bathroom,
and then the kind spread out on the coffee table.
And you know what I'm saying, whatever your people's ordered,
Ebony
was in that bathroom.
You got the Ebony, Essence, and Jet on the coffee table.
But that's
my point
that was
is now you
media,
can't even
you know?
go to the bathroom without your phone.
Yeah,
that's real shit. And I don't like to go to the bathroom with my phone. Like
you don't be sitting on the toilet playing games and shit.
Not really. I used to like when I did music. I would always come up like even sometimes with comedy now. I always come up with some of the funniest shit, but I would always come up with some of my dopest bars, and just like intros or hooks, like sitting on the toilet, and I wouldn't be trying to. It wouldn't be like, all right, what's coming today? Like, it'd just be like, nigga just be in the bathroom thinking about some random shit.
Shower for me.
And then it would be like, I think it's just different. I've had that too. It's just you get that moment of just something hits you and you like, fuck, I gotta write that down. Like, and then it turned out to be some dope ass shit that everybody fuck with, and it just popped in your head sitting on the fucking toilet. Like, so it's.
So that's why you don't take your phone in the toilet?
That's
the part I was waiting for. That part.
I just don't. I just never. To me, it's like take a shit, wash your hands, and get the fuck out the bathroom. Just, I don't want to be sitting here. And,
he said, "I'm gonna handle my business."
Yeah,
and I'm gonna
just I can get right back on the phone, but just it's just out of time. It should be like a peaceful, like if you like just want to read something or. I don't know. Just felt like if you sitting in there, oh, my stomach fucked up. I don't feel. I'm gonna be in here for a second. That's different. Then I'll be like, yeah, I would take. Or if I'm watching something, I'll scroll here and there. But I'm not. I gotta wear my phone before I get to the bed. I just go So I don't know. That just seems normal. I feel like that's before cell phone people now. For that era of 10-year-olds with cell phones.
I remember the cell phones where you could only see the phone number on the screen.
Yeah.
The screen was probably about like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't even play Snake on that motherfucker.
Nah.
It wasn't even
they had a
game.
big back on them like the old TVs.
Like a brick.
The battery was big as hell.
Motorola brick cellular
The battery,
phone.
that was the whole phone. The battery was the back.
Oh, shit. No, I won't heat. He like Devo and shit. No, but so just keep to real quick before I know we to get back on some topics. So I got into you talking about what I was watching on YouTube. Said I watched last night. I watched this whole hour special about it's called How Andy Dick Went from Hollywood A-lister to homeless salt. I forgot what it was called. So a homeless person that does YouTube videos or something now. Homeless YouTuber. That's what I think it was called. That. So and it's all videos. I'm a person. If I'm watching some shit, I don't like to watch shit where it just seems like, okay, you got an agenda. You just don't like this person, and you're not if you hating, it just seems like you hating, and it's like, all right, that's not what it seems. You just putting extras. But this was kind of dude was just telling it straight out, but it's like this dude's history was crazy.
Investigative reporting.
Damn near. That's what YouTubing is now, if you really good at it. And it's just finding out the details, the ins and outs, video, proof, making sure you proving what you're saying.
Right.
So it ain't like you just making some shit up on somebody. And like I said, I knew the history, growing up, seeing Andy Dick on the news out here every few months. That was normal in LA, through the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s.
MTV,
So they detail all of that, how he started on the Ben Stiller show. Because I remember my introduction to Andy Dick was he was part of a trio. It was Ben Stiller, Andy Dick, and Janine Garofalo. And that's why they were always in each other's movies. You always see, whenever you see Janine Garofalo in a movie, well, maybe not now, but at a point, just like I was just watching The Cable Guy, and she's the beer wench at the medieval times, and Andy Dick is the king. So it's like they all.
Was she in Heavyweights?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in a while. Was he in Heavyweights?
Ben Stiller?
No, it was Andy Dick in Heavyweights.
Oh, I don't know.
So like, it's just. But there's whenever they would do sketches, movies, clips, like Mystery Man. Look at Mystery Man. Look at. It's a lot of different movies they all like interact in. So they were all. That was. I remember the Ben Stiller show. They were all cast members. They were the top 3 cast members. It was all 3 of them. So just for him to kind of. I remember that. Then he kind of was in the Army now with. Pauly Shore, and he was. That's what they were going through his history of. One, how he kept getting these A-list jobs. They were like, this dude's agent had to be like one of the best motherfuckers in the world. To the where he was getting like grabbed Pamela Anderson's tits at like her roast. What was being extra? It was like, bro, this was like, oh yeah, she can't feel it. It's okay. I'm a doctor. Like it was. You could tell he had this thing of. Perpetually just licking faces and kissing people, groping crotches, men and women. They have a video of him in New Orleans standing outside.
Maybe somebody, hold on. Come on. I see where you're going. With this right now, right? Maybe somebody did that to him.
And it clearly seems like there's an issue of something clearly, but that's what the guy made a good point. He goes either that or this guy just has a problem. He's a predator, and this isn't the shit. We just see the shit we see on camera. So the stuff that why he keeps doing what he does is because he could be doing or could have already done worse shit. But that's his.
But do you think anybody, at some point, did something to him?
I mean, we didn't see him as a child. He just came out as a grown man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
you don't see nobody as a child. We all come out as grown ups.
No. I mean, you know what I mean.
You talking about like Disney kids, like Orlando
That's
Brown.
What I mean. In the industry, he was already
Orlando Brown. We saw him as a kid.
Yeah, and you saw, and it just turned to this.
To him? That's why he tripping.
I mean, he says weird shit himself.
I don't know what his.
He said
you looked at me like you don't know.
He said he sucked Nick Cannon off, and Nick Cannon sucked him off, and Bow Wow got some good pussy. And those are his words. These are his words. And he's Will Smith, Michael Jackson Jr. That's they're his father. They're his father. If you want to like really, I'm saying it's not even
Who's
sad.
There? Who's there?
Michael Jackson and Will Smith are Orlando's dad.
Fathers.
And
wow, I didn't know that.
Watch the Orlando Brown Dr. Phil interview. Just roll a blunt and watch that shit, and you gonna be like, it's highly entertaining. This nigga came out in the house party suit. What was the nigga? The nigga that was dancing from Crush Beat Groove. The nigga with the suit, the baggy suit. He had that suit on with a big ass chain and cat eye contacts. The Thriller contacts. And he goes, these are actually the contacts from Thriller. They were left to me by Michael.
Orlando Brown?
And Dr. Phil he goes, I have 4 kids. I have a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, 8-year-old.
He was just on like a reality show.
Yeah,
and he was beefing with
Raz B. I still don't even know what that's on.
Each other and come on, Zeus.
They had a boxing match. Zeus is
the fuck is Zeus on? He said, "Come on, Zeus."
Where do you find?
I don't know. You find it on channel 31,
3344.
Right, it's channel HVAC.
Zeus channel.
It got letters.
Zeus.com.
The Ocho.
Yeah, Zeus.com. For real.
The Ocho. That's the name. Like ESPN 8.
But we ain't
the
no
Ocho.
commercials, so you ain't hear it.
Right next to the Ocho. That's where Zeus is.
The Ocho.
I've never seen. I've seen 1,000 people
all the time,
with Zeus shows, and they be like, "It's coming on Zeus," and I've yet to see a Zeus show.
You don't know the
reality
right
shows that's on Zeus.
I just see bitches fighting, and they be like on the Zeus network.
Nah, but see, dudes with the last name Brown be tripping though. Orlando Brown.
I got the last name Brown. I got my last name is Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah,
Bobby Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, you started with
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That nigga went crazy. He lost his shit.
What's up with you, Browns?
Bobby Brown, he just went. I told you he's a king. He's a king R&B. First of all,
he's the king of R&B.
Put some respect on my name. and I ain't gonna say it no more.
What's that?
But yeah, I just feel like I don't know these dudes. Just like and I was watching all these clips and but just going back to the shit with him. It was just crazy seeing that, and it's people in the industry. It just maybe something does happen to him at a point, because it was how you just said that. Now that I think of it, it was a point when I was watching it last night, and he supposedly assaulted some guy in a camper, and he kept in his video he kept touching the guy's leg, and the guy kept getting up.
Who, Orlando?
Andy
Dick.
The man was trying to
The
take
Uber
his booty
driver?
or something.
No, they were like he's part of like
Was it
this
an Uber
streaming
driver?
team, and they like in these RVs.
He was trying.
And
I always thought he was gay.
and the
but-
same. Because the way he just carried himself, like
Right.
he looked like a kind of a.
But he always does.
He
trying to date
spinning
women.
around and
his voice, and
yeah,
his little
the
tongue.
way he has
little heavy
he has that
tongue he
little
got. Yeah,
like that
yeah,
wiggly. Same though. I always just thought he was just a gay dude that was funny. He was doing his shit like. But
They probably thought he had a cool name. Oh, your last name's Dick.
yeah, and he just like played on that.
And he
baby.
ruined it.
And he just. And then he tried to give everybody dick, and grab everybody's dick, and then this nigga but just that, and the dude said he woke up in Andy's bed in the RV with lotion or something on him, and he thinks Andy did something to him while he was asleep.
So you mean to tell me you ain't feel
Yeah, I felt like, and he was
nothing
like,
happening to you in your sleep?
Lotion?
People
He
kill me
said
when
he
they don't.
Where was the lotion?
oh, it was on him,
Where-
like
I have lotion.
Where on him
like
though? Like
just on,
specifically?
like it
It
was
just
stuff on.
lotion
Multiple
on.
places?
So he thinks he fell asleep.
Wait
drunk.
a minute, was it just like globs of lotion? I'm just trying to figure out how the lotion.
Did they squeeze the
Like-
bottle
He
out
said
and not rub it
gloves.
in?
Was it? I mean, 'cause
Gloves
how was
of
the
motherfucking
how was the lotion on him?
It was. That's what
And
they're
gloves.
even, and they're
Was it
questioning.
Bunches
was
of
it
lotion.
smeared? Was it smeared or
It was. It
were
was.
there
it was
like
splotched.
funny faces
It was
made with lotion?
It was
dots?
splooged. It was splooged upon him.
It's crazy.
And so
yo.
but he's like they're interviewing him like in the camper, and it's he's like, yeah, and I didn't consent to anything, and but like, how do you wake up in somebody else's bed? For one, and you're
What?
a dude.
It's the drugs.
And like he was like, I just got drunk and shit, but he kept grabbing
Yeah,
on you.
and
You should have
drunk.
just left and went to another camper. And if a nigga keep grabbing your knee and rubbing your inner thigh and rubbing your back, like get the fuck like that's
And offering you drugs.
Yeah, like-
that'll knock you all the way
yeah.
out.
So it's like and that was kind of what he would
You
do to a
got
lot of
knocked
people.
the
He would just
fuck
offer
out.
them drugs, pull his shit out, touch people, and they got for one video.
I
he's
can't
in the-
believe we're talking about Andy Dick pulling his dick out.
it was just, and then one video he grabs a guy in front
Andy
of New
Dick's
Orleans.
dick.
In New Orleans, he just walks up and grabs a guy in front of
I
a
mean,
bar, and the guy just
facts.
the guy just knocks him out in front of a bar.
Andy Dick's dick needs an agent. What the fuck? 'Cause
It
how
has
the
one,
fuck-
obviously.
Clearly, they called you. They
that
must have cashed
motherfucker-
app your ass
that's-
because he's like, I got y'all.
I was watching this shit like
I got y'all.
But then so I went from watching that one to watching it was like the most hated comedians in Hollywood,
shit.
and they had like a list of it was like Amy Schumer, Brendan Schaub, Dane Cook, Andy Dick, and it was one more, a couple other people, but it was kind of like I don't
What
know.
happened to Dane Cook?
I felt they went into like because I always heard the hate because I always liked Dane Cook.
He did like the
Growing up.
Kool-Aid Man sketch.
Yeah.
I like that. That was
when
my
I grew
favorite
up,
from him.
like watching Comedy Central, I remember seeing his special, and I thought that nigga on the Premium Blend, and that shit was funny as fuck to me. So I never thought Andy Dick was whack. I mean, Andy Dick, Dane Cook. I thought Dane Cook was always hilarious.
But he was on that list.
But they said what it was, and even the comedians admitted it, that he was the first person on that internet wave where he used the internet to really promote himself, his shows, and when the internet was still cracking, like starting to crack, before YouTube and all this. He
That
was
was a
doing.
crime?
He was doing
It was
shit.
like the nerve of you.
Yeah, and it was just some hater
You
shit.
uploaded a promotional
because
video?
What it is, they hated that he always had like I guess like they were calling it a crutch, but it just was he knew how to use. He did shit like he used the college circuit at first.
He did.
and also
circuit.
the college circuit. That was
did.
his shit.
The Chitlin circuit.
No, not that one. No.
No, the college circuit.
I wouldn't be surprised. But the college circuit was
Word.
his shit, and then that's what he
then-
kind of blew from. Then Comedy Central, then the internet, then like the albums, and he did So he kind of like
strategic
It's just like,
moves.
bro, he was just working.
So they put him on the top hated list because he did those things.
And this is from like
To
and
promote his
the
career.
list
So
and
he didn't pull out his dick. And he didn't touch nobody's nipples.
He just literally they just didn't like him.
Me he didn't pull out his dick or touch nobody's nipples.
And they even show like when Louis C.K. had him on his show, and they like kind of addressed because Louis C.K. didn't like him. And Louis C.K. is like, well, I just felt like you stole my joke. And he's like, I didn't like, why the fuck would I steal your jokes? And like, I wouldn't have a reason to steal it. And he's like, I don't feel you intentionally stole it. I feel like it was just there, and you heard it. And
you think that's so? That's something to I think talk about, because do you think sometimes like as a comic that you pick up other people's voice sometimes,
mannerisms
or no, like how like unintentionally write the same joke or in the same realm of the same joke because you've been around and you know what I mean, like you picked it up unconsciously, but then you realize, because that's what he's saying in a sense, that because that's one reason why I'm particular about comedians that I listen to, because I just don't want to pick up on nobody else's, you know what I'm saying, voice. I'm discovering my own voice and trying to really heed to that and work on that and grow from grow that. But if you hang around people who got the similar, because you know I ain't the only dyke on the scene. There's other dykes out there. You feel me? And not that I don't want to hang with dykes, but I just too much.
It's like boxing yourself.
I don't really listen too much to them. I don't listen to you niggas. Yeah. I do, but I don't.
but it's just being smart. It's like I'm not just closing myself in.
Right.
I'm for this audience. For one audience.
And it's not like I don't want to,
if you like
support
it, you like
I just don't want to pick up on your voice or, if that makes any sense.
You want to create your own art.
I've seen in my
own lane too.
I've seen people that aren't
voice.
even comedians do that. Like I've seen when I think we were talking about that with Marcus Houston. When he had his TV show Cuts, and it was a spinoff of One on One, because he was supposed to be Flex's brother.
Barbershop.
He was supposed to be like Flex's.
He the worst nigga
brother.
to open a barbershop.
Yeah, with that head, that dome piece.
Get out of here.
That title to me.
Your hairline is 12 minutes behind your eyebrows, and you want to open up a barbershop. First, do the research.
You reach that up a level.
that show title, Cut.
It was so generic.
It sounds like it should be like a music show.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the cut.
A record shop.
Yeah. But it was
a radio station.
It was like a whatever show, and they had like all these different people on there, and it was funny. But I felt like the worst part of the show was Marcus Houston, because he was emulating. If you watch the show, he was like himself for like 2 or 3 episodes, and then he goes from that and he starts acting like Martin Lawrence.
Really?
If you watch the show, and it's clear as fucking day, like
we need you to be funny.
We need you to do something, and he literally just does for like the rest of the season until it's canceled.
Because they didn't have no comic relief.
He just does his best fucking Martin Lawrence impression.
Wow.
And it's like literally like he doing the you hear me and stomping his foot, and he literally doing like clips from Martin, like the faces and the.
Maybe it was Martin's protege.
I was like, damn, I thought you'd have to at least do comedy to be the protege.
Clear that up.
But that I just seeing shit like that. So I feel like some people can just they watch shit so much and don't even realize that's what you doing. You doing like some whole other shit that like it's already been done.
Right.
And that shit.
So even I'll come to the show, but I might step outside just so that Yeah,
I want to hear.
I don't mind watching your set, but if I watch your set, like now we get into the 5th time I done seen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The 7th time. So don't you dykes take no offense. I walk on eggshells in Hollywood.
Man, I don't know. Hollywood is just so whatever in itself.
True.
Everybody just want to. I feel like everybody want to be like they want to treat people a certain way till they need people. You know what I mean? That's Hollywood. That's just treating motherfuckers like whatever till you need them, and then it's like, all right, treat them and keep back to whatever. So that's whatever. Like, that's like. Well, I feel like shit. I think that's.
I have to use y'all till I need. While I need y'all, I'll use y'all, and then when I don't need y'all.
Yeah, that's shit. I feel like that's it. We're gonna close it up, wrap it up. It's been a good show. So what else you got coming up? Any new shows? Or you said you had the one in September.
Like I said, I'm at the Federal next Wednesday, I think it is, the 2nd of August 2nd, 8 p.m. Come through. And then I'm at the Comedy Store, the world famous Comedy Store, on Friday, September 8th, 7 o'clock show. And it's an on-time thing, yo. It's an on-time type show. They start on time. So check me out. My Instagram is at Sadiqua Scarlett. Check me out. I definitely have ticket links in my bio. Yeah, and thank y'all for letting me come through and chop it up with y'all once again.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for coming. Like always a cool guest. Great time here, always super cool. It's Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Follow Innovative Culture, Innovative Comedy. And shit, we'll see you guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. I always do that shit. You're like, nigga, can I close out? Let me pass it on to Cam now.
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you was about to say something else. I'm Cool As Cam. Y'all can follow me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. And we out of here.
Innovative comedy.